And that's the bottom line. Wait, is that your tag?
That should be. But
take it away, Eric.
welcome back. I'm here today with my brother-in-law Jesse, who often ends up being my partner in crime and encourages my bad behavior.
I'm his worst half.
I have a better half. He's the other side of that. At any rate, we haven't just jumped into this motorcycle thing recently. This has been kind of an ongoing disease that we've had, and one of the cures, or maybe it's just making things worse, is that we always wanted to get a motorcycle trailer, and you know, they can run upwards of 1,000, 2,000 for just a little trailer. And of course, you know, guys who work in the shop, that's never good enough. So we wanted something bigger. He got the harebrained idea of using a boat trailer. So you found the boat trailer?
Because I saw them on OfferUp and Craigslist for like nothing. Because for old boats and things like that, people in some instances were wanting to give them away or free or whatever. But I wanted one that I could go pick up with my truck and tow it home. I did find one eventually on OfferUp that they wanted like $150, but it had like an old 1950s boat shell on it, no motor or anything like that, but just the shell. And so I was like, okay, well, we can figure out a way to get rid of it. Honestly, I almost pulled off the road in Apple Valley a few times and just unhooked it.
Which you wouldn't have been the first one.
I think I saw a couple on my way out of there, but I decided to go to do the right thing and bring it home. And
honestly, that was probably one of the biggest headaches that we had, was getting rid of the hull.
So I listed the boat by itself for free on OfferUp, and I said trailer not included, boat for free
with delivery.
Everybody was like, I'll just take the trailer, and I was like, you're such an idiot. Read the stupid thing. Anyway, it's frustrating. Anyway, so ended up finally, this little old lady out in Colton or San Bernardino was like, can you just drop it off in my backyard? I had recently almost burned my arm off on a motorcycle project.
That's another story, another video. We did get rid of it though.
We got rid of it. Nice. We dropped it off the trailer and took the trailer home and
started working on it. It's been an awesome build for the amount of money we put into it. So we basically got a $2,500 trailer maybe in this market.
Yeah.
And we're into it maybe $500.
Yeah. A little bit of the supplies like we needed was the angle iron that we decided to use for the frame and that kind of stuff. So we had to, you know, underneath the deck there, we had to build in a frame and stuff like that.
So there's an advantage and disadvantage. The original boat trailer has the V for the hull, which actually, once we added the decking to the top with the angle iron, became a really, really strong, unflexible deck, which was kind of a, I don't know, added bonus that we didn't really, I guess we kind of planned for. But anyway, and you got all of this metal, was that where?
At Industrial Metal Supply out in
awesome
Riverside.
Metal place in Riverside, California, that
you can
has
buy
just everything.
Yeah.
Every possible thing already made.
Buy it by the foot. I think we got 40 feet of angle iron for probably around $120 or so, I think.
About $120 for the angle
iron? For the angle iron. Yeah, I got a lot of the angle iron for the gate over at the scrapyard metal recycling place. And that was part of the problem, is I didn't source, like, if we could do it all over again, and we'll get into that later, but I would have done a different frame for the gate. It's a learning process.
So what else did we spent on? We did get a new landing gear. We ended up, of course, getting the new winch.
The winch was, I think, about $75. I think the jack was only about $50 or something like that, Harbor Freight.
And then the decking was Home Depot.
Yeah, decking was Home Depot. Believe it or not, that was one of the more expensive, but that was like during the middle of COVID when wood was also very expensive. And so these 2x10 by 12s were, I want to say, around $100. And then all the screws were not super expensive, all the bolts.
And then paint. which we did with a little cheapy paint gun. Oh, and then the tailgate was kind of its own thing.
Right.
But like you said, we did recycled steel.
I got the expanded metal also from a guy on OfferUp for. I got like 4 sheets of expanded metal for like $80. Sourcing from different places, and we were able to keep the cost really low.
One of the things I want to kind of stress about this build, at least for me in my own experience with it, was kind of a fake it till you make it idea. And that was, I really hadn't welded hardly anything before that. And I ran down to Harbor Freight, got me a wire feed welder, probably the cheapest one they had. And this had a ton of welding to be done. So that really ended up being a real baptism by fire experience and taught myself to weld. But one of the other things we ran into, this thing had the original hand crank winch for the boat to haul the V hull into. And we wanted a mechanical winch, an electric winch, so we mounted it on it. Originally, this one was not there. So what happened with that?
I was going to pick up the bug actually. That first bug, and I got to my destination, walked around, and I was like,
something used to be there.
There was an empty void.
There was a void where that whole piece used to be. These things right here had not been cinched down like they should have been, and so that just the vibration on the freeway and everything.
The winch and everything took a ride. So now it's in here, which is securely mounted, but that was one of the casualties of the war, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it worked great for the bikes. We actually towed a couple bikes that he has, worked beautifully. As things go though, when you have a trailer, you tend to want to haul more and more things that maybe shouldn't go on the trailer.
Yeah, trips to the dump. Maybe
some cinder block, construction materials.
Maybe cars.
Maybe a few cars got on there, and that's really actually what, where I broke the camel's back. Came across a car I've been looking for a long time, an XT6 Subaru, and those weigh in at about 4,000 pounds. And a single axle boat trailer with expanded metal for a tailgate. Not really great for 4,000 pounds, but I was in
desperate times.
So I did it. And now the tailgate has suffered
catastrophically.
And, so we need to rebuild that. Like I said, we started off treating it fine.
Full disclosure here, and we don't need any internet trolls here, bashing us for this, but this is a bed frame angle iron.
That's right.
We were desperate, all right? Desperate times! And these are all just L-shaped angle iron. They're not full square.
This.
Well, they're not even as robust as this, but
they're not
really
they
should be a square tube for the gate. And we just didn't go that route.
No, I mean, our original plan was to haul bikes on it, which this was fine for.
Totally would have been fine.
So, motorcycle trailer out of a boat trailer. That's going to do it for this episode. I think we're going to end up having to fix the tailgate on this so that we can have more bike adventures. If you like or dislike what we're doing, go ahead and tell us in the comments below. Like and subscribe.
Just don't tell us what we did wrong.
You can go ahead and tell us. There's a lot of stuff.
We already know. And that's the bottom line. And that's it, folks.
Yeah.